I have a sneak preview of something called Plugtastic, which is in development by 74 Objects. Plugtastic is a way to turn a patcher made in Max 5 into an AudioUnit plugin. So if we take this patcher right here that's in front of us, we can divide this into three main areas. The first is that we have these traditional objects in Max, like SF Play and the Easy DAC, and these are used for getting sound in and out of our patch. Then over here, the area labeled Audio Graph, we have some objects which define the audio chain that will process the sound in our plugin. And finally, we have these parameter definitions, and they will set up how we're going to control the plugin. So before we go into detail about how this is all functioning, let's just go ahead and build this plugin. I'll click the Build AU button. When this progress bar completes, we'll have an audio unit ready to go, and it builds it automatically into the correct system folder for us. And we can see down here in the Finder, it built the plugin for us, and we just built it right now. That's great. So let's go ahead now and load it up and try it out. So we can hear our echoey sound. We can monkey around with our various parameters. Returning to the patcher in Max, we can talk about the structure of the audio graph. Plugtastic is built on top of the Jamoma audio graph, and the Jamoma audio graph provides a way to connect objects together so that they pass smart signals. These smart signals can carry any number of audio channels on a single connection. Objects that operate on these smart signals use this approximation or multi-tilde character to identify them. If you recall, our plugin was processing a stereo track just a moment ago, and this is possible because our smart signals carried the two channels through this entire patcher. If our track had 8 channels in our host environment, then 8 channels would have been processed by our graph. This can adapt as needed. So let's trace the audio. It comes in through this input from our host environment. This object is splitting based on the number of channels. So we're splitting the stereo signal into a left channel and a right channel, let's say, delaying one channel by this delay, delaying another channel by this delay, and then we're joining them back together. So now we have a single signal with the two channels back on it. Here we filter the stereo signal, we run it through a limiter, and then we run it through an overdrive and back to the output. Also from the limiter, we're applying gain and feeding the output of this back in to the rest of our chain. So hopefully that gives you a flavor for what Plugtastic is all about and gives you an idea of how you can turn a Max Patch into an AudioUnit plugin. If you want to keep up to date on developments with Plugtastic, be sure to check out the 74 Objects Twitter feed. Thanks.